Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube video. A quick market analysis for the fourth week of a fifth week. I meant to say, right? So I'll be breaking down my watch list for this coming week, right? So it's gonna be very simple, as I'll be breaking down my top five, right? I'm gonna start with the DXY. So the DXY, from the higher time frame perspective, you could see we come from this to this, right? Beautiful 1 2 V type kind of double top, right? So that's my take on it, right? So if we could go on the daily time frame, you're gonna see something here. I like the fact that what happened here is a very same thing that actually might be happening, right? So that's one thing that I also want to cover, right? You have this beautiful, look at this, you have this beautiful double top. Same thing here, double top. What happened? You got the follow through, taking out this area, piece of accumulation, push down, and what happens? Price does what? Price accumulates and taps into this V to give us that, right? Same thing here. 1 2 push down. What happened? Price did what? Price push down. Small accumulation push down. And what happened now? This could be the furthermore accumulation coming to develop into these areas and give us the short, right? Or obviously if it does not do that, obviously we're looking at these areas as your possible furthermore move to the downside. Or we could also develop into this being the middle section coming back. This becomes a two-touch, tapping into the Vita, the big end, right? So that's my idea on the DXY, right? So I'm still looking for shorts at the moment. GU, how do I correlate that with the DXY? Same thing here. As you could see, how price responded towards the big end right there, right? So that's my take on it. I'm just gonna see what's really gonna happen, but here I'm more focused on the long idea, right? So from a higher time frame perspective, we could see that okay, yeah, we left the gap towards there, but we actually are responding from this area, right? And how much we were failing to furthermore push down and got an aggressive push high, right? So I think I'm still looking to see whether could we get the furthermore momentum to the outside, looking at the fact that we more in this bullish momentum from a higher time frame perspective, right? We could see this whole momentum. So that's my take on the GBP USD. So when you go on the daily time frame perspective, you're gonna see something here like symbol placing emphasis that this is a big end, right? This becomes your nice bit of correction, push high, taking out this area, small accumulation, push high, right? So it's either two things, right? Could we develop coming to tap into these areas, something in this nature as a structure, right? Or could we now start to get your furthermore push highs, which is also more probable looking at the fact that we have done what we have more like, let me show you here, we have more like corrected, right? Because I remember we were putting emphasis at this purple top, right? Now this becomes a piece of price action of its own, and guess what? Price gives you aggressive sell-off, forms a low, and what happened? We more like met the low in a manner of a correction type of style, right? So I'll be looking for anything as a formation of a continuation, trading above these areas here. That's my analysis on the pound dollar, and that's what I'll be waiting for this week, right? So another thing is the Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar, same thing, right? I'm looking for longs on this pair. As you could see, we responded from the VA. This is your value area, right? And these are your near highs to look for further turnarounds, and this is the whole idea on it, right? So that price can come fill the possible retouch continuation. But anyway, when you go on the daily, you could see this area was taken out. Area was taken out. We formed accumulation, and if you could go come on the 4 hour, you're gonna see. Okay, I remember in terms of pattern separation. Um, Look at how we started off. We started off as a continuation structure, failing to do that. Push down, form the new low. What happened? Push high, left the gap towards the initial areas. Small accumulation, pushing down, tapping into the slow, and now we're already looking as if we are forming a follow through. And could this be now some sort of your nice, beautiful continuations. Looking to manage down at these highs, so that's my take on the Kiwi dollar. We're just gonna see what's really gonna happen, right? The next pair, it's the dollar chef. Dollar chef weekly time from perspective. Nothing really much to speak about it. You could see we in a more of a follow through kind of momentum, follow through, very respondent from these areas, right? And when you go on the daily, you're gonna see something daily time from perspective. You could see, how we've taken out the slow push accumulation. We've got the push down, and now we're trading right at the back end of this accumulation. Yeah, right. And obviously, you have taken out the slow as well. And if you could go on the 4 hour, this is where you're gonna see it. This is where it makes sense. 1, 2. Now this becomes the 3, right? And look at how the 3 has formed, right? We firstly started off looking as if we might respond, but all we more like manipulated type of thing. And what did we do? We more corrected, tapping into the back end of that. So already we're looking at this, right? So I'm looking to see whether are we gonna pass through this low correction. This is absolutely ideal, right? Or are we gonna be responding from this area here and getting the push high continuation? So that's my idea, but this idea is very less likely, which is why I'm looking for shorts on this one, right? Especially with how the DXY is looking and all of that. This would be a very good idea, right? Or another idea could be a thingy off whereby now we start leave a footprint there, push down and do it. Form your nice bit of structure in the sense, right? Which would be very beautiful, tapping the back end of that, which would be a very beautiful structure to furthermore give us the furthermore momentum to the downside. But obviously, just like I said, I would prefer it much more here, right? At the back end of this whole structure like that. Anyway, the second last pair that I have is the dollar cat. So the dollar cat, it's simple, right? If you could pay attention to this one, you're gonna see it, right? If I can remove everything, just remove everything. Yeah, you're gonna see something. We set at this high, not this high, but this more of your area of value from this V type, right? Push down another V type with thin price, right? So I'm still looking for furthermore sells in this scenario, right? There was a trade there, tapping the beginning of that. So I'm still looking to see whether could we mimic this area as a momentum kind of play like this, right? So you're gonna see it much more proper on the H4. As the H4, we're having something in this nature. So I'm just gonna look to see could we develop something in this nature, right? Whereby now this starts to become your nice middle section. Come back, push down, continuation. I'm looking forward to this idea, right? So yeah, that is it for now. Coffee looks, I'd say coffee looks decent, and with how I'm looking to play it, I'm looking to play a range within this whole consolidation, right? As I've been having this one on watch for the past few weeks by now. Just like I said, we still set these lows, right? Nothing has changed in terms of positioning. And the daily time frame perspective, look at what happened. Obviously, we responded, we got the sell-off. That was the first continuation, developed into the V type. It's now developing into the expanding, right? So, and by the way, from this continuation, you know, that's how powerful the system is. From this continuation, you could have capitalized for the short. Possibly we would have worked out about 1%. The V type, you could have capitalized from the what? From the insurance entry day, right? There was a small continuation that you would have capitalized to probably 3% to the slope, right? And now, if I could show you something, we actually have developed into this beautiful expanding kind of continuation like that, right? The thing you wouldn't like about this expanding is the fact that we tap into the slow, right? Whereby this could also be a part of the the beautiful double bottom, and now this becomes the continuation to the upside. When you come on the hourly, you're gonna see something here. Hourly, same thing. Hourly, with the hourly, I'm looking to see whether could we now start to develop into your nice bit of continuation like that, which would be a very beautiful trade to play it to these near lows here. That's my whole idea with coffee at the moment. So yeah, and otherwise I think that is it, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you find if you find this kind of content valuable, please do hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and catch you on the next video.